What happens when you do everything right and it still leads to silence? No spark, no reply, no return. Just the slow fade of meaning. This week, that silence caught up with me, and the scroll showed me what to do next. It's strange when something you believe in stops responding. You do the work, you keep the rhythm, you hold the line, but the warmth disappears. Not because you've changed, but because the room around you has. That's how the week landed for me. I kept showing up. I did my part. I stuck to what I believed mattered. Clarity, effort, steady intention. Virtue, integrity, consistency, all the touchstones of Arrêtez work. But the space didn't echo back. No spark, no recognition. Not even friction, just absence. And I told myself that was the test, to stay strong even when unseen. To embody virtue without applause. Yet something in me started to flicker out, and it wasn't burnout, not quite, just a quiet erosion, like a candle burning in daylight. This was supposed to be an Arrêtez week, the part of the scroll that reminds me to act with quiet integrity, even when no one's watching. Live the values, hold the balance, be the flame. So I leaned in, checked my motives, reviewed my values, reminded myself that virtue is its own reward. But the more I reached for the flame, the more it flickered. Not because I was out of alignment, but because the soil around me had changed. And that, right there, was the truth I didn't want to see. Sometimes, a pillar doesn't fail you because you've abandoned it. It fails because the context no longer allows it to root. It was not a dramatic revelation, just the kind of truth that lands quietly. Like realizing you've been whispering into a well. There are these moments when even discipline feels dry, when the fire won't light and all that's left is the silence around you. That's where I was, and that's where the scroll met me back. I stopped trying to force the fire, and Isis stepped in, uninvited but not unwelcome. I didn't walk away from the job. I didn't spiral. I didn't resist. But I let go of the illusion that the space still fit me. I found myself outside during a break. No earbuds, no scroll, just air. A few birds, a light wind, a flicker of sky. Spring was back. Nature was settling in once more. And something inside me just stopped trying, stopped performing, stopped offering myself up like an altar. Dionysus whispered, "Just listen." And I did. Later that day, I returned to the scroll. Not to understand, but to remember. Chronao met me there, not with clarity, but with presence. I sat with the practice. 3 deep breaths before reacting to a truth I don't like. So I breathed. I said, softly, "I'm not being seen here, and that hurts." And the very moment I called it, I wasn't stuck in it anymore. That's the gift of Chronao. It doesn't erase the sting, it just reminds you that you are still breathing. From there, I stopped reaching for validation. I stopped trying to relight a system that didn't care. I didn't quit, I didn't pretend it was fine either. I just redirected the current. I pulled energy back toward the scroll, back toward the work that feeds me, that responds, that echoes, that still feels alive. And strangely, it didn't feel like giving up. It felt like growing up again. Sometimes the most stoic thing you can do is to let a practice sit in silence until it shows you where not to go. This week wasn't a failure, it was a turning. From proving to lining, from burning to breathing. Arrêtez didn't hold me. Dionysus and Chronao stepped up and did. That's the beauty of this system. When one current fades, another can carry you. If you're willing to listen. If this landed with you, subscribe to the channel, share it forward, or just leave a comment. When did your flame last flicker, and what helps you breathe again? I draw these scroll life reflections weekly, simple, real, one breath at a time. 2 weeks to go, the scroll is coming.